All right, what's going on, guys? This video, I want to go over my top 7 exotics I am looking out for Arc 3.0 on the Warlock. I will be doing this for the Hunter and Titan if you guys would like to watch those, so be sure to stick around the channel. But starting off, obviously, the main one is going to be Crown of Tempest. This is an exotic that says arc kills increase the recharge rate of your arc abilities and extend the duration of Storm Trance. This exotic is extremely good for ability-based builds due to the fact that simply throwing a grenade and getting 3 kills pretty much is going to give you half or even more than half your grenade energy back. Pairing this with some mods that like elemental wells and pairing it just with builds in general can let you have pretty much infinite abilities. And if you are running Storm Trance, you will be able to have an infinite amount of time, which is one of the best ad clear supers in the entire game. But what's cool with Arc 3.0 is that you can also run a grenade based build with something like this exotic, but also take Chaos Reach, which won't get the benefit of Storm Trance, but it is going to be really good for a bossing DPS scenario paired alongside the ability spam for ad clear. Now, another one I'm actually really interested in is the Stag. So the Stag is an exotic helmet that says your Rift provides damage reduction to allied guardians standing in it, grants Rift energy when you are critically wounded on your death, creates a healing rift on your corpse. So the reason I'm excited for this is that Warlocks have access to something called Arc Soul, which maybe everybody will get, but since this is a rift specific thing, when you place your rift, you will actually grant an Arc Soul, and that Arc Soul will help you fight. Obviously with Arc 3.0, there's a high potential that your Arc Soul will be able to do some additional benefits, maybe have things like Arc Web, and getting that damage reduction alongside having that Arc Soul that maybe will be able to chain lightning to enemies in PvP sounds very disgusting, and I think the Stag could have some potential. Now, another one is Getaway Artist. Speaking of Arc Soul, this is an exotic that's going to let you convert your Arc Grenade into a supercharged Arc Soul, and the Arc Soul functions as an automated turret. So this basically makes what your Arc Soul already is even stronger. Instead of shooting out a couple shots, it shoots out a big burst that does more damage. And if you can play into that Arc Soul to make it do more damage in PvE, I could see some crazy potential with this. These are also very good for PvP as well for doing some additional damage, and I would definitely not sleep on these. Now, another exotic is Vesper of Radius. I actually have made builds with this in the past, paired in with the Stasis subclass, because you can basically let its exotic perk, which says Rift release an arc shockwave when cast. Rift energy recharges faster when you're surrounded by enemies. So that Rift shockwave that it creates can actually shatter stasis enemies, and if you freeze enemies with a stasis rift, that shock will shatter and kill everything. So it already is pretty good. So I can imagine, since this specifically says doing a arc shockwave, it will play into your arc fragments and maybe even aspects as well, and maybe playing into your rift is something really strong that arc does, because it kind of already does that in the game right now with things like Arc Soul, and the other perk that lets you recharge your rift faster when you're surrounded by teammates. So rifts could be a huge part of arc, and this will probably be at the forefront if it is. Now, another one is Transverse Steps. Now, this one already is obviously very good. So this one is going to increase your sprint speed. Then after short time sprinting, your currently equipped weapon is automatically reloaded. Obviously, this can work on any subclass, but I think this is going to be really good because they've already said arc is going to be based on movement speed, you know, doing stuff to increase that movement speed. So if it can stack with Transverse Steps, this could be even more impressive in the Crucible. It already is very good, and it also is a pretty good exotic for PvE as well, just being able to reload something by sprinting, and I could definitely see this having a lot of play. Now we have Storm Dancer's Brace. This is an exotic that says each target you defeat with Storm Trance increase the damage you deal with it and refund super energy when Storm Trance ends. So what this is going to do is basically make your Storm Trance do even more damage every time you get kills. And when that Storm Trance ends, you will have half your super energy restored, which can be very good if you pair with something like Bad Juju and you're just having a super base build just to ad clear everywhere. The problem I see with this is that pretty much Storm Grenades with like Arc Web can just ad clear already very good. So I don't know why you want your super to specifically ad clear, but who knows, this could be potentially very good if you build into it correctly, and I definitely would keep an eye out for it if you do like playing Storm Trance a lot. It is very simple to use and you get very easy benefits from it. Then finally, GeoMax Stabilizers is probably one of the most basic exotics at this point, but it is going to be really good. So damage to targets with Chaos Reach extends its duration. Chaos Reach is probably going to be the forefront exotic for Arc 3.0 if I had to guess. Storm Trance is fun and good for ad clear, but it just does not compete with things like Chaos Reach due to its bossing potential, and it also is just very good for ad clear anyway. So I'd imagine most people are going to have Chaos Reach equipped. If Storm Trance does get a huge buff, potentially not, but since Chaos Reach is probably going to be everywhere, I would imagine GeoMax Stabilizers also is going to have the potential to be everywhere. But anyway, that's going to do it for my top 7 exotics that I am looking out for Arc 3.0 on the Warlock. Again, I will be doing this for the Titan Hunter, so be sure to stick around. If you guys did enjoy and like to see more content just like this, consider subscribing, dropping a like, and turning those notifications on. Also, if you guys would like to be part of the community, join our Discord server, or follow me on any of my socials, all of that will be linked in the description. Every single bit of support from you all is super appreciated, but watching the video is way more than enough. Thank you all so much for watching this one, and have a great day. Peace.